Today, I want to talk about if you've just bought a TD5 or you own a TD5, have you done these things to it? So the first one is when you first get your TD5, or if you've not done this to it, I would definitely recommend doing the diff oil and the gearbox oil and the T-box oil. I was quite surprised when my gearbox oil came out. There was quite a lot of rust particles on the actual magnetic plug, which is what it's designed to do. And it gave me the confidence to know that when I replace the gearbox oil, the gearbox will be working as good as it should be. And I actually noticed a difference in the shifts when I actually replaced the oil. It was much better. The diffs, I didn't really notice too much difference, and there wasn't actually that much sediment that came out of them, but you don't know the history of the vehicle. If someone has been wading in it, they may have they've gone over the actual depth or something, or the axles have been completely submerged, and there's water inside the oil, which is never good when water and oil mix. And on the oils and the servicing parts, a full service of the actual engine, which is both filters, the fuel filter, and the change of oil. The second preventative maintenance tip I would give is to do the $1 million bolt. Now this bolt is the oil pump bolt, and Land Rover may not have put Loctite on this bolt. It's been dubbed the $1 million bolt from all the forums on the Land Rover. When I first got my TD5, this is one of the first jobs I did. So you have to basically jack the vehicle up onto its chassis so the axle drops, take the sump off so you can actually take the sump out over the axle, and then you can get to the bolt that way. Unbeknown to me, my bolt did actually have Loctite on it, but I managed to get it out. It was maybe an unnecessary job, but it gives me the peace of mind knowing that a 7-pound bolt could destroy my engine. So definitely do this if you've got a TD5. The third one is the injector harness. When I first got my TD5, it had hot start problems, which when I would go to a petrol station, it wouldn't start again. It started when it was cold, when I was at my house. As soon as I was out and about, an hour of driving or whatever, and it got warm, I turned it off, I turned it on again, and it just clicked over. So this was down to the injector harness itself. So the TD5, the injector harness sits under the rocker cover, and it gets covered in oil, and it's obviously not a good thing. It stops the actual electronic signals getting to the injectors. But this is actually a perishable part and a serviceable part from Land Rover, so it's worth doing this every few services as well. I do mine about every 3 or 4 years, and it's a part what costs £25. So the rocker cover bolts are 10 Newton meters, and that's according to the workshop manual. That is a crazy low torque. Like just nipping it up, I can't see how anyone would be able to judge 10 Newton meters. I personally use a 1/4 inch torque wrench, what goes to 10 Newton meters, and I believe it goes up to about 30. But this is ideal for the really like precise things, and you'll be very surprised how much of a feel 10 Newton meters is. It's such a small torque figure. But I would definitely recommend one of these. I believe this is a Halfords Professional one. And the final one is look at the chassis, look under the chassis. How good is it? Is it rusty? If it is, sand it down and wax oil it, or use Dinitrol. Just get it covered and get it protected. So there's a mixed feeling about wax oil. I'm personally for wax oil. I find if you could put it over, it does stop the degradation every year. The wax oil does dry out, but that's just unfortunate, and that's what wax oil does. You just have to top it every year, take the old stuff off, and get the new wax oil back on as well. Personally, I have no experience with the Dinitrol, but I believe some people have. Let me know in the comments if you prefer Dinitrol over wax oil, or you have some other means of protecting your Land Rover inside, whether that's used engine oil, which I heard the MOT tester in the garage saying to me he wasn't for my wax oil. He said, what have you got underneath this? This is ridiculous. I personally think it looks okay. There's not really any rust underside. The rust may be hidden, but I don't know. I think it looks okay. And he was on about used engine oil, but if you put used engine oil on it, it's just not going to like drip down. It's not really going to dry. It's going to be an absolute mess to put on as well. So I hope you found this quick video helpful on how to protect your Land Rover TD5 specifically, and also it can apply to other Land Rovers as well, especially with the wax oil and the actual diff oil changes and the gearbox oil change as well. Let me know in the comments if you've done any of these preventive maintenance.